Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Bottoms. I don't know. Not on my radar at all until today. Today's Tuesday for me, whenever you're watching this. That's when the new movies start to come out, like on streaming. So I always get voodoo emails, whatever. Tells me what to watch, so obviously I review them. There's a couple that I want to see at the end of the week, 2-hour type movies. But I'm looking for something tonight, and it just coincides. That came up, didn't think much about it, but I guess. Then I went to TikTok, and some guy came on and said he thought this was the funniest movie of the year, and he says he's a certified movie critic, or movie reviewer, or something like that. So, I don't know. I'm going to give it a shot, because one, I want to call his bluff. Two, Edebiri, is that how you say it, from The Bear, is in it. So that's I wasn't gonna, and I was like, she's in it. I like her. 6.9 on IMDb, 18,892 people rated so far. It's about two unpopular queer girls in high school start a fight club to have sex before graduation. I don't know, kind of elaborate there on what they're gonna try and do. So I don't know. I heard it's like one of the raunchy old, like, I don't know if it's like the American Pie comedies or something like that. So we'll see. I don't know. Might not be in my demographic, but we're going to find out. So stick around. I'll let you know at least what I think. And I'm not certified. This is not a certified review. This is probably the worst review you'll find about any movie anywhere. No, I'm just kidding. It's fun. Alright, stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody, we are at the credits of Bottoms. Just didn't hit for me. I don't know if it's not in my demographic, or probably that's it. You know, I'm too old for it, or I don't know. I get it. It's an over-the-top satire. Here's a funny thing real quick. You see it as it develops, you know, like what I just said, over-the-top satire. You know it's going to be ridiculous. And you're hoping for a couple of laughs here and there, right? But you know that. Partway through the film, you know, they do what they made the mistake, I think, of then trying to bring it back down to more of a drama before it went back out. You know, and I just felt like if you're going to go as over the top as they do in this one, just keep it there. Don't bring it down and then make you think like you're halfway through this movie. Now, wow, maybe they take this a little bit more seriously. They kind of fooled me a little bit. But yeah, I mean, like I said, in the beginning, it's about two girls who are in high school looking for, you know, the first time for both of them. They're in love with some other girls in high school. And it's not like they just came up with the idea to start a fight club. There's a whole premise behind it. But ultimately, that's the idea, is that they do this, you know, and they bring in other girls and they get closer with the other girls. And that's all the point. And, you know, they're lying and making up stories to make them sound cooler, and that's where the drama comes in. And not only do they, you know, possibly risk everything that they put together, but the friendship then starts to drain, and that's where it takes like that serious piece. It's like no. Just keep it ridiculous, or lessen the amount of ridiculousness if you want to include that. I did really like what's her name, the girl I mentioned before. Her kind of humor, I think, is funny. I was trying to look at the credits on here, but her kind of humor is very, very credit. I like her. She's funny. I feel like a lot of it's a little bit ad-lib. Don't know that for sure. The other one who was in it, who was not in The Bear, she actually co-wrote the movie. So, you know, applause to her. And you know, it's not an easy subject matter, you know, but they attack it. It's very non-PC, if you will. Okay. Edebiri, whatever. And then I also heard there's another girl in this who is Cindy Crawford's daughter. So that was interesting. But with all that said, again, you could see what they were going for. There's a couple of smiles for me, you know, and but no real laugh out loud. I tried to stay into it and connect, but I couldn't connect with anybody. Again, I get that, you know, out of the times and stuff like that, but that's it. Oh, Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch is in this, and he was okay. The TikToker that I listened to said he was pretty funny. I mean, I could see it. It's there for him. I think there's some opportunity. It wasn't awful, you know. Hopefully he gets involved a little bit more, but he wasn't over the top funny. I don't think they, you know, it was just the way that it worked out. But I think it's there. They do have some bloopers at the end, and the final blooper, I thought, was probably the funniest part of the movie, and it involves Marshawn Lynch. So I wanted to throw that out for you. So, again, it might be for you. Depends on what kind of films you like, you know, what you're involved in, and if you like these over-the-top, ridiculous satire-type movies that deal with everything that I share with you, might really enjoy it. It kind of reminded me of, you know, the old movies, which is, not another teen movie. They're older, in the 90s, but they were a spoof on all the teen movies that were going on at the time. And so, I'm trying to think whatever the football movie was back then, but that's what they tried to do that. But in this one, it felt like they tried to take Not Another Teen Movie, which is like a spoof movie, and combine it with like a real movie and try and play it out. That's what it felt like to me. So, I don't know, just keep it in one direction and keep it going. But there you go, and it's rough, and it's R-rated. I don't think there's any nudity, but I mean, the lines of conversation, the language in it, you know, and you know, I mean, physical. I mean, women getting hit and beat up and bloody and stuff like that. So that's why it's R. So it is like over the top with all of that, which I think works if you're gonna say it that way. All right, I'm preaching to the choir. I don't know if I was helpful at all, but this one's more like a 5 for me. But not as bad. I was looking at the numbers. It's like 9 or 1, and so I don't know. I'm in the middle ground. I saw what they were trying to do. It didn't relate to me, and that's it. So that's oh wow. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.